Hello, I'm Adam,
Hi, I'm Alyssa.
and this is your weekly social.
Kind of.
And in case you're wondering, things are different. The chairs are
Colder.
colder, definitely. Not as comfortable as our other ones. The walls are a little bit not covered up with the things that we
Abstract.
usually cover them up with. And that's because we are actually in the process of building a new studio space. It's going to be awesome. We're in the process of moving, and we're going to be sharing some of those updates as we keep on this progression. We'll be able to have multiple sets. We'll be able to do more video stuff more rapidly for sure.
Yeah.
Because these setups actually take us a fair amount, just because it's actually a really small space. So we're excited for that move, and it'll be good. It'll be good. But today we wanted to talk to you guys about redeeming social media. What does redeeming social media mean to you, Alyssa?
Well, sometimes when people hear social media, they don't feel the best feelings. And so we want to switch that perspective, and instead of having some sad negative feelings towards social media, we want to redeem it and put it in a brighter light, make it out not to be such a negative thing, because it is a very useful tool, and it's fun, and it's a great way to connect with people who are sometimes down the street or on the other side of the country.
And social media has evolved over time. I remember hopping on Zanga, which
What?
it was like LiveJournal.
What?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, cool story, bro. And then MySpace, of course. And it really wasn't, like, I know LiveJournal did actually have some drama stuff, but MySpace really didn't have a whole lot of drama other than who were your top 8 and why was someone not first? Right, and then Facebook
Yeah.
kind of came along and was like, stop poking me.
Yeah, I remember that. That
Right.
was a long time ago.
But it was fun. There was a lot of good things. Twitter became on the scene, and there was a lot of just, not necessarily like drama or arguments, but like a discussion space.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, in the last 10 years, we've seen kind of a downward spiral. And we are seeing people have that negative connotation that almost builds anxiety within them.
Yeah, and we don't like it's a platform that people can use to express themselves in whatever way they want to, almost within the guidelines that is set by the platform. But it can create a very positive or negative environment depending on who you follow and how you post and what your searches are. And it's not always the most productive space, but for us, what we do, we want to not only help our clients and also help ourselves in social media, but we want to be able to spread more positivity out there and remind people that social media is a great way to learn new things. I don't know how many DIY projects I've learned, but I've learned quite a bit that I will get to one day. And even just keeping up with family and friends who you don't get to see all the time. It's a great way to just stay connected, and that's what we want to kind of touch on today, I think.
Yeah. And so if you're a business or a brand and you're kind of like, man, I don't know how to approach this social media thing, that we do face a lot of objections, and a lot of times legitimate. The top one being time. Do I actually have time to make posts and make pictures? Because doing social media well does take time.
Yeah, that's part of my job. And so when I will sit and spend hours for even just one client working on their social media, to where, I don't always end up having time for my own, which that's fine. But it can be very time consuming, and even though there are 24 hours-ish in a day, it only ends up feeling like there are maybe 2 or 3 with everything else that you end up with on your plate. Work, family, friends, social time,
Eating,
cooking.
Cooking
Food.
time takes a while.
Yes, food.
Shopping for food takes a while.
I love shopping. Oh, shopping for food too. But all of that can really take up time, and so then when you want to go home and relax, you don't really get that luxury of, instead it's, okay, now what do I have to post? How do I keep up with this? And that's one thing that keeps a lot of people off the platform.
And the other side of it is money, right? Because time is money. So we have kind of that double-edged sword there too. But then some of the systems are pay to play. Whether you're going to do the graphics yourself or pay someone to do it. Or if you're going to advertise inside the platform. it is additional cost and it is additional expenditure. And so then making sure that return on investment is just really on that narrow focus. There's a lot to be considered just in that sound investment.
Yeah. And the other part is like, people don't always know where to start when paying for that. You know, do I put $5 into an ad? Do I put 20? Am I supposed to put 100? And some ad platforms will also even just be like, you need this as a minimum to even do anything. And that can be a little daunting because especially as a business owner and everything, you want to be able to push out ads and let people see your stuff, but also you don't want to have to promise that stuff in there. And so it can also be another deterrent of, well, then I'll just try again tomorrow.
Yeah. And the next objection, the third one, is the one that we've been seeing and feeling the most often is negative people. You know, what if I post something and someone cusses up a storm and says, oh my gosh, this is a horrible idea, or this business is terrible, why would you ever go with them?
Yeah.
And that can be so discouraging. Like, you put time and effort into a video or a post and you have people kind of just verbally attacking you, and it hurts. It legitimately hurts, and it's very discouraging.
Yeah. It happens on personal profiles, business profiles. It's not fun, and it is discouraging. It's hard to kind of want to post something else after, where it can even affect how you want to even continue on the platform. You might end up wanting to rethink your whole strategy, which might have been working. And then you get the one negative comment, and then suddenly it's, well, I must be doing something wrong if they're going to say that. And that's not really the case. It's just someone having a bad day, and they're taking it out on your profile.
Yeah. And like I said, we see it quite often. Even if there's like a advertisement for a special event, we'll have people say, oh no, this is a scam. These people are horrible. The cool thing is most times you can just hide those.
Yeah.
And we actively do that for our clients. Especially if it's a paid advertisement, people can post negatively. You can hide the comment, and the person will still go to the post and see their comment, and their friends might even see the comment. But the continued advertising spend does not carry that forward. And so that's a big element, especially as we look at Facebook. Instagram has some interesting hiding features.
There are a lot of different features for that.
Now, Twitter is a little bit more open in terms of its volatility and negativity. But even then, there's ways to work around these individuals. And that kind of goes into the things that we would recommend as a company, right? As Pullman Marketing, as we work with our clients, we do have recommendations, kind of baseline standards. And the top one being, choose one platform and do it really, really well. It can be tempting to say, hey, I need Facebook, I need Instagram, I need TikTok, I need Snapchat, I need Pinterest, I need all these things. But at the end of the day, you might not have the time for that, and you might not want to even pay someone to have that investment. So we recommend choosing one platform that you're going to be consistent with and that you actually enjoy to a certain extent too.
You want to like the platform that you're on. If you don't like it, it's going to be harder to even motivate yourself to even want to post. It's kind of like going to the gym. You say you want to go early in the morning, and then you wake up and you're like, I could spare 10, 15, 20. It's an hour. Time to go to work. And then it just it gets pushed aside. And the fun part about picking one platform to work on is that you get to kind of be the master at that platform. Everyone knows that that's where you are. They can find you and then go to your website if you do have one and be like, here's their Instagram, here's their website. And there are small businesses that I can think of that thrive just through using Instagram. It's what they're skilled at. It's what they like. They're doing great. They're almost like, what is it? What's the word? They're too busy for the size of their business, and they're just on Instagram. And that does work for people, and it's okay to only have one platform.
It really is. And I know some people might say, hey, we're missing on the audience, we're missing on all these things. If you don't enjoy doing it, don't do it. That's just going to build more anxiety and more stress along the way. And that's a pitfall too, right? And so that's our second point, is don't knee-jerk react to all these things that might be coming around. When you're in a platform that you don't know or like very well, and you see someone being negative or something's not working right, it can be really easy to just rage post and be like, oh my gosh, I hate this platform.
The more you resist that urge and instead just keep doing what's working and maybe put a little bit of happy thoughts out there,
Yeah.
no one's gonna worry.
That, and just take a breath, like,
Breathing is good.
and ask a friend. Or if you reach out to us, we're happy to answer questions. We get questions all the time. Like, even this last week, someone was like, hey, how do you do marketplace in Facebook? I'm like, yeah, no, we can help with that.
Yeah.
Like, there was some interesting stuff that was happening. So it was like, wow, that is kind of odd. This is how we would approach it.
Mm-hmm.
Ask a friend, call a friend, message us. We're happy to assist. The other thing is respond. Like, if there is positive things, whether it's a review or a comment or a like or subscribe, go ahead and hop on in there and say, wow, thank you so much. I really value your like. We really value your follow.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Respond to people. Like, even in Google reviews. And I know Google Maps and business is a little bit on a side as a social media platform, but
Yeah.
when you go in and you thank someone, hey, thank you so much for your 4-star, 5-star review, that means a lot. Those people do receive those notifications, and it helps build that loyalty and delight the customer.
Mm-hmm. And it makes them want to come back, you know? And being able to interact with the people that do, you know, show love towards you, your business, and everything like that, their friends see it, and then they see the positive point of view, and it just continues to spread that way versus, again, focusing on a negative, which isn't always going to be the most beneficial for you or your business. And people like to talk, especially over social media. Sometimes that's more comfortable for them. So having that connection between you and your customer, wherever they may be, wherever you're at, it creates a good bond.
The last thing that we would recommend, and I think we even have a carousel coming out on Instagram about it, but using all of the features of the platform.
Yeah, do that.
We see a lot of people, they just post on Instagram, but never use the reels or the stories. Like, even Facebook stories. I know that's like, Facebook has stories.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, using all the features gets you shown in other areas. 2, again, if you go back to picking only one platform and say it's Instagram, because Instagram has a lot of fun different things to use. If it's Instagram, you can make a story, put it in your highlights, create a Reels post and a regular post. And then the fun part is that if you only have one content idea, you can take that content idea and trickle it into all those different areas. And you've created 4 or 5 different content types from one idea. And that helps save time and energy, and it's also fun. You get shown on Reels in different areas than you would through regular posting. You know, your friends can see your stories. That's a fun way to, if you're a small business in retail, you can do like little Instagram sale deals and then only your stories. And if people see it, then they get to, you know, go to your store and buy something. Or there's a lot of fun ways to use all the features. So do use them, because it will help you, it'll help your business, and it'll get you shown more places, so more people will get to know about you, and you'll continue to grow as you continue to like fiddle and like learn with all the different features on the platform.
Yeah. And really, to sum it up, what we're really recommending is to just go deep instead of wide in your activities. We want you to be successful, have fun, enjoy what you're doing, and to leave the other baggage on the side. You don't need to deal with everything. And if you get to the place where your business is big enough to do multiple platforms, then you should be looking for assistance. You should be hiring someone on staff to help you manage it, or looking for another agency to assist. So, which we do. We love it, and we really enjoy doing it for our clients, and we've seen some big wins and big successes. So,
yeah.
That being said, that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for watching with us and joining us for this conversation. If you found this interesting or helpful, please go ahead and hit the bell.
Ding ding.
Subscribe.
Click.
Like. Thumbs up.
Heart. Thanks for watching. And I hope you guys have fun redeeming social media, because we do all the time.
Thank you.
Bye.